Scrappers, Tom from the iScrap app, and in this episode of Scrap You Later, we are going to talk about why the aluminum prices have exploded in 2021. Now, of course, many of you always look towards the price of copper because it's generally higher, you get more money for it, but aluminum is, that red-headed stepchild that all of a sudden has become the favorite child in the last few months. Here we are in September 2021 with aluminum prices at 14-year highs, and really they haven't gone down anytime recently. We read articles all the time about the aluminum prices, the markets, and why they're so high, and everything is leading to multiple different reasons. Long-term sustainability, electric vehicles, solar panels, a lack of supply going into manufacturers, and all of these things will cause the aluminum prices to increase. Now let's take the electric vehicle market, which of course we've talked about many times, but let's talk about it a little more. Electric vehicles are trying to have lightweight cars that are strong to protect you in accidents. And we've seen this not only in companies like Tesla, but also in Ford in some of their hybrid models and even their F-150 moving away from traditional steel frames into aluminum frames. Now, these different auto manufacturers and technology manufacturers like Google and Apple that are making products, they're building more of their products with aluminum for multiple reasons. The longevity of it, it's easily malleable, but it's strong enough to be able to withstand a drop. It's easy for them to get recycled material in, and they don't have to rely as much on bauxite, the ore that makes up aluminum coming out of the ground. And aluminum has such a great production ease. You can really bend it, mold it, push it through forms, extrude it in so many different ways. I read a statistic that aluminum cans, from the day that they're recycled and put into the bin, 30 days later, they could be back on a shelf as new as new cans, whether it's beverage or food products. So these aluminum markets have really climbed up because we've seen such an explosion in 2021 of manufacturing, different demands that it's needed for. The electric vehicle market is putting a really big push, as well as the solar market, and the overall just the infrastructure that's going to go into it. We've seen these aluminum prices climbing as more manufacturing is moving to aluminum and away from steel, because they're able to make blends of aluminum that are really strong, and those blends can be used in replacement for aluminum pots and pans instead of the traditional cast iron ones. Cars, a lot of homes, instead of having copper wiring, are now using aluminum wire, as we've seen the copper prices climb up as well. And when copper prices climb up, it's also good for aluminum, because when you're building a house, if the average price of materials went from $10,000 to $40,000 or $30,000, you might be able to use insulated aluminum wire for half of the price, which provides that home your basic 110 outlets where they can make 80% of the house wired with aluminum, and that just saves on production, which saves the home buyer or the builder money, and it still meets all the different codes. So these are just some of the things that are going on in the aluminum demand. The world right now is wanting it. They need it not only for tech, but for autos, for building, for manufacturing, and you see the housing market really going crazy, but you need aluminum frames for windows, and you need all these different things that they're able to push in, have a really strong push out, and of course innovation continues to impress us. We'd like to hear your ideas on aluminum or any other questions that you have. Let us know. Until next time, I'll scrap you later. Thanks for checking out our scrap videos. By becoming a Patreon supporter today, you'll be entered into monthly giveaways for tools and other products to help you make more money with your scrap.